Okay, let's try and make this thing. All right. So first things first, we're gonna make a shadow box. Shadow boxes are cool. They kind of they're three-dimensional kind of. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go into linearity curve. We're gonna do. We're just gonna make a new thing, new project. Now, um, you could create, let's just create a custom. Okay, so we're going to go custom, we're going to do custom size. This way we'll know exactly how big our thing is. We're going to change from points to inches just because you can probably visualize an inch. And let's just make it like 8 by 6. That's almost like the size of a large greeting card on its side. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so we have this work area. I think I need like a frame around this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this shape tool and I'm going to go in and I'm going to make a frame. So the first thing we do is we just make some size rectangle. If you want to be specific about it, what we would go to is view, make sure our units are in something we understand, so inches. And now we can adjust the size of this thing. So in this case, let's just make it 7 by 5. And that looks good. Okay. And then we can center it like that. Now, we need to actually make it into a frame. So we're going to copy and paste this same shape. And then this one, we're going to make a tad smaller. Okay, you can barely see what I'm doing here, but just know there's a rectangle here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to select both of these. We're going to align it to the middle by clicking those two buttons there. And then we are going to subtract the one from the other. Now I have this frame. Looking all right. Okay. Next thing we need to do is find some, in this case, some horses. Now, I got a bunch of things here. I got to explain what's going on. I kind of like this. This looks pretty sweet. It's got horses inside of horses. It's got some mountains. I honestly really like this. So I'm going to kind of try and recreate this with it boxed out in a frame. So the first thing I think we need is the horse outline. So let's go in. I just looked up some horses. You can find some free ones and download them. I downloaded this one. So let's go ahead and get that in this file. So we're going to go into our, I already downloaded it. So it's in my downloads. You can see my little horse. Note the SVG. It is an SVG, which means it is a scalable vector graphic. Now, holding shift, we're going to make it bigger. I want all of the sides of this thing to touch the side somewhere. If I'm not holding shift, look what can happen. Now I got a pony, not a horse. Okay, so we're going to go in, and I think the tail is fine like this. Okay, so now I got a couple of connection points. This is going to connect here, this is going to connect here, and the two hooves are going to connect there. I think that's going to be enough to hold it in place. I like what I'm looking at, so let's keep going. Now what I need to do is I need to hollow this thing out. So let's just try this. I don't know that it'll work, but actually, you know what? Let's try and take the fill away and use a stroke of 10. Terrible. But that's more or less the idea that we're trying to get at. So we have this outline. So now I actually want like an interior outline so that there's a hole. I think this will make sense when it's done. Now we might have to modify this a little bit, but let's just see how we get. Okay, that's not going to work. Whoops. Okay, so we have our first thing. This is going to cut out a solid, which, to be honest, is fine. Okay, I think I see what we're gonna do. So let's take these two objects. We're just gonna select them like this and then unionize them. Now you can see that this is all connected. Now all we need to do is kind of hollow out the body here, and I'm just gonna go for it with lines. So um, we're gonna just take some dots. I'm clicking as I go, and I'm just gonna try and follow the path here. I'm going from point to point, and then I'm clicking and stretching to get each of these points where I want them. If I want to start again like this, I can kind of just go like that. I'm just kind of like following the body of this thing. You can see here it's gonna like curve at the belly. Let's see, there we go. Obviously, I would take more time if I were doing this for myself. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to actually curve this around the head like that. See how I did that? I'm clicking this to start over. This I kind of want to go in a little bit. Well, that'll be fine. You'll get the idea. Okay. We'll just bring it back up to there. Come out here. Go like this. Go like this. I'm probably going to hate that, but we'll leave it for now. We're just going to bring that up, round that around this around. That looks pretty good. Bring this down and then connect it. You do want to connect the whole thing. Okay. Now this is going to be empty. Great. So this is where we're going to put our, like, the rest of the pieces that are going to be 3D. Now you could, I guess, you could take the horse and then watch. We're going to do this. We're going to try it in a couple different ways. We're going to go artboard. We're going to do just a whole new file. And I'm just using anything here. Now what we can do is we'll drag that horse back in. Okay, we got our horse. And this is going to be what we use to cut the other thing. So I found all these mountains, which I liked. So we're going to go into a mountain, and we're just going to select one of these mountains. There we go. And I think if we subtract the one from the other, no. Okay, so this mountain, this is an important step. This mountain is just a PNG, so we need to take it from that to a vector so it's outlined. Now, I think if we do this, okay, this could work in one way. So now it's going to build out like multiple layers. You're just going to put these on top of each other. I subtracted. And you're going to get this effect of mountains, but with the effect of a horse. Kind of. Now, if we did it the opposite way, so we move the horse to the front. So we're just going to do arrange, bring forward. I think now, yeah, this cut out the shape of the horse. Okay. So we're getting there. Let's try this. We really want like full horse here. So I think you'll just have to like mess around here. Let's try this one. Yeah, so now you can see. And then what we're left with is this. It's going to be an outline. Okay, let's try this one. There we go. So now the edges are going to be the horse edge. So if we take this and we copy it, this is cool. And we go back to the other one. Where did my other horse go? Oh, it's in a tab. Yeah, I don't even think we need this. We just go like this. We gotta get it the same size as this horse. I guess if I were to do this again, I would have, okay, kept the same size here as over in the other file. I definitely would have done that. Okay, but note, the horse is on top of the mountains. We're going to get rid of these mountains. We're going to add new mountains. This is going to be cool. Let's try these. Whoops. You just want to drag them in. No. Okay, bring them in. Cool. Actually, I think if we do it this way too, it'll... Yeah. Okay, so this actually is going to go into the tail, I think, if I'm right. Let's go back. Okay, so this one we could put behind the other one. You gotta remember, like, this is gonna be layered. So this one would go behind this one. Oh, and how this would actually work. Oh, I know. Let's try something that we would actually be able to really tell. We're going to take I think somewhere in here I had oh, here. Let's try this. We're going to go into this horse here. Okay, this will be cool. We're going to screenshot here. We're going to pull this into, not into my movie, into this. We're going to drag this into here. We're going to do a sketch. We're going to auto trace that. Okay, cool. And now, yeah, this'll be cool. Let's just get it so that it's nice and big. Okay, now select all this, do that. What this did was it made it so that part of this was, I would definitely make this size of the horse the same as the size of the thing I'm cutting. It's almost it. Maybe I'm trying to see where it fit. I think that's where it fit. A little difficult. Maybe a little bigger. Let's go back to this and see what it was cut from. Okay, so this goes all the way up to its nose. This goes this way. So that should be at the back. Okay. So it should actually be like here or so. Maybe a little smaller. Like so. Sometimes it locks. Oops. Okay, so it's just a little bit. I would definitely do this with the same size horse, though. Otherwise, this is going to be a nightmare to try and get it resized. I'm just looking at the edge here, but don't do it this way. Okay, close enough. Now, we put this back behind it, and this one back behind it. Okay, so here's how it kind of looks, though. So we're going to just change some of the colors so you get the idea. So this is going to be in the foreground. Then this is going to be in the far background, I think. Let's see. No. This is in the far background. So you're starting to build like this landscape. And the one is going to be like... This would actually look really neat. But again, I think I would use the same horse, the same things, and then I would copy all this over to this square, a rectangle, and then subtract the horse from the rectangle after I did this step first. I think that would be the right way to do this. Either way, this is a really neat project, and I think it'll work well. Okay. I hope that was helpful.